Welcome back to another exciting video where we dive deep into the world of coins, history, and hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your pocket right now. Today, we are going to talk about the VDB Lincoln cent, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but when you uncover its story, history, and value, you will see why collectors still keep their eyes open for this penny. Let's start with the basics. The VDB 1 cent coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the small letter D under the date. This penny belongs to the famous Lincoln Memorial cent series that ran from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse or front side of the coin, you will see the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner all the way back in 1909 to mark the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side, you will see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, a design that was used for nearly 50 years until it was replaced in 2009 by a new reverse for Lincoln's bicentennial. Now let's talk about the year 2007 itself. By this time, the United States Mint was still producing pennies in massive numbers. The VDB cent was struck in copper-plated zinc, which means it is made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. This change from solid copper to copper-plated zinc began in 1982. When rising copper prices made it too expensive to produce pennies in pure copper, the Denver Mint produced an enormous number of these coins in 2007. Over 3 billion VDB pennies were struck, which means it is a very common coin in circulation. But here's the interesting part. Even though there are billions of them, collectors are always on the lookout for special examples that stand out because of their condition or errors. Let's get into the value. A regular VDB penny found in circulation is still worth 1 cent. However, when you find one in uncirculated condition, or a coin graded very high by a professional grading company, the value increases. In mint state condition with a grade of MS65, the coin is typically worth around $1 or slightly more. In even higher grades like MS67, the coin can sell for $15 to $20 or more at auctions. There have even been cases where top-quality VDB pennies graded MS red sold for hundreds of dollars, since flawless examples are extremely rare compared to the billions of average coins struck. But that's not all. Error coins from this year can also be very valuable. Collectors love error pennies such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or coins with missing plating. Depending on the type and severity of the error, a VDB error penny can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s. So if you have a sharp eye, always check your VDB pennies carefully. Now let's talk about the big worth of money in circulation. Imagine this, over 3 billion VDB pennies were produced. If you add up the total face value of those coins, it equals more than $30 million worth of just this single year and mint mark in pennies. That shows how massive the minting process really was, and how important the humble penny still is in American commerce. Collectors appreciate the VDB penny not just for its face value, but also as a piece of history. It represents one of the final years of the Lincoln Memorial design before the major change in 2009, when the reverse was replaced to celebrate Lincoln's 200th birthday. For that reason, the VDB penny is part of the closing chapter of a 50-year-long coin design era. So the next time you spot a VDB penny in your change, don't just pass it by. Look at its condition, check for errors, and remember its story. While most of these coins are common and worth only face value, the rare high-grade or error coins can be worth much more, turning an ordinary-looking penny into a small treasure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the VDB 1 cent coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating coin stories and values. And remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, it might just be worth more than you think.